Hello boys and girls, welcome to this presentation. In this presentation we're going to talk about Unit 5. Let's talk about the key point here. A reflection is a type of transformation. You can reflect a shape in a mirror line. All points on the object are the same distance from the mirror line as the points in the image but on the opposite side. Now this is very important. If you have a mirror line and you know where is the mirror line, you're going to measure the distance between the points of the object and then draw the same distance or draw the image at the same distance from the mirror. Now let me show you an example so you can understand this key point. Exercise 5.1, question 1. Take a look at this question. In this question, we're going to copy the diagrams and reflect the shapes in the mirror lines. Now, as you can see, we have A, B, and C. Now, let's take a look at question A. In question A, we have the shape and we will reflect it and it will become the image. And this is the mirror line. As you can see here, this is the mirror line. Now, as the key point said, we have points here on the shape. This is a point, this is a point, another one, another one, another one, and another one. So we have 6 points on this shape. We're gonna measure the distance between the points and the mirror line. When we measure the distance here, we're gonna find the same distance on this side, and then we're gonna put the new point like this. Now the key point said that each point on the shape is going to have a distance from the mirror line. The same distance will be from the image. So let's make the same thing. First, let's take a look at the distance for the first point here. Now, as you can see here, this is one box. So we come here, we measure one box, and we put the point like this here. Now, we do the same for all points. Let's take a look at this point. The distance between this point and the mirror is one box, or 1 centimeter. We measure the same distance here, and we put the point. Very good. Let me put it here. Yes, good. Now, same idea. This point, how many centimeters? We have 1, 2. Very good. We measure 1, 2, and we put the point. Now, let's take a look at this point here. We have 1, 2 centimeters. So we measure 1, 2, and we put the point. Now, let's take a look at this one. We have 1, 2, 3. So we measure 1, 2, 3, and we put the point. And here we have the last one. We have 1, 2, 3. So we measure 1, 2, 3, and we put the point. And then we connect the points together. So we have this, and this, we have this, we have this line here, we just connect the points together to make the shape. This, and then the last line is here. And like this, we connected the points that we drew on the image side. So as we said that this is the shape and this is the line or the mirror line, and this is the image. Now, the key point said that the distance between each point on the shape to the mirror is the same as the image point to the mirror. So you have to understand this and use it to reflect shapes. Now let's take a look at question B. In question B, here, this is the mirror line. And this is the shape. We're going to reflect the shape on the mirror line using the same key point. Now, first, we put points on the shape so we can measure the distance between them and the mirror line. Now, this is the point. This is another one. Let's make it small. This is another one, another one, another one, here, here, and here. Very good. Now, we have 8 points on this shape. So the image will have 8 points too. Now, the first thing we do, we measure the distance between each point and the mirror line. Now, let's start with this point here. As you can see, this point is exactly on the mirror line. So the distance between the point and the mirror line is 0. So we put the new point or the image point at the same place that this point is. So we put it here. Very good. Same idea for this point. The distance between the point and the mirror line is 0. So we put it here. Very good. Now let's take a look at these 2 points. Now this point here, the distance between it and the mirror line is 1 centimeter. So we measure 1 centimeter for the image and we put the point. Very good. Same idea here. The distance is 1 centimeter. So we measure 1 centimeter and we put the point. Very good. Now, let's take a look at these 2 points. Same idea. We measure the distance, for example, for this one, we have 2 centimeters. So we go 1, 2, and we put the point. For this one, we have 2 centimeters. So we go 1, 2, and we put the point. Now, let's take a look at these 2 points. We measure for this one 1, 2, 3. So we measure 1, 2, 3. And it's going to be here. Same idea for this point. We go 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. And the point will be here. Now the last step is connecting these points together. So we come here and connect them together. First, we have this line here, and then this one, this one. We just connect the points together. We already have the points. We connect them together like this. Because we measure the distance between them and the mirror line. And the distance is the same as the distance between the points and the shape itself. So you won't go wrong if you measured the exact distance between the shape or the points of the shape and the mirror line and used it to find the image. And this is how you answer question B. Now let's take a look at question C. Question A and B are easy to draw or easy to reflect. Question C might be tricky. So let's focus on question C. In question C, we have a mirror line which is in the middle of the shape itself. So we have to focus. First thing we do, we put the points for the shape. Now the points, we have one here. Let's make another color, yes, here. Sorry, here. One here, and one here. So we have 3 points here, focus. We have 3 points, and the mirror line is in the middle of the shape. So the reflection will be different. This shape will be reflected here, and this shape, or this part, will be reflected here. This is very important. Now let me show you. First, let's take a look at this point. This point will be reflected in the mirror line. Now, between the point of the shape and the point of the image, there must be the mirror line or the mirror lines. Now, you can put the point of the image, for example, here, next to the point of the shape, and the mirror line is here. That's impossible, because reflection must be inside the mirror line. Now, let me show you how do we answer this. First, we come here to this point. We measure the distance between the point and the mirror line. So the distance will be here, 1, 2, and a half, as you can see. So how do we measure this? We can use a ruler to do that. We can use a ruler to find this place. But as I use the boxes here, I have 1 box, 2 boxes, and a half. So I'm going to use half, 1, 2. So it's going to be here. So in this way, I used the boxes themselves. I said, for example, that this shape is inside 1, 2, and a half. So I used 1 half and 1 and 2, and I said it's here, for example. You can use the ruler to make it more accurate. Now the same idea for this one. This point will be reflected in the mirror line. So I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3 and a half. So I'm gonna go, this is the half, and then 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be here, for example. And if you use the ruler, it's going to be more accurate, as I said. Now it's going to be here. And then this point here, the distance between this point and the mirror line is 0. So we can't change the place of this point. It's going to be the same. So I'm going to put it here. Now what do? We just connect the shape. We use a different color here. Let's connect the shape. This point here to this point. And then this one to this one. Here. And the last one is going to be this to this. That's it. And this is the new reflection or the new image of shape C. As you can see that the small part here, let me show you, the small part became on this side, and the large one became on the other side. And this is the meaning of reflection. And this is how you answer a question like this. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.